What up, YouTube? Max here, and today we're playing a modern challenge with Naya Enchantress. The deck list will be in the description. This is going to be an 8-round event with 155 players, so quite a big one. We're on the draw and we're keeping our opener, and we'll see how this event goes. Looks like we're going against Murktide, although opponent's doesn't have a turn 1 play, which is good. But this could be Murktide. This could also be Storm, I guess. Technically. Alright, so we're going to start with the Utopia Sprawl. Choose white when that resolves, if it resolves. And opponent can take their turn. So yeah, this could definitely be Murktide. It could also be a Storm deck. But, okay, Murktide it is. So I think this is a fine matchup for us, especially with how slow my opponent's hand is, although we're a little flooded on lands. So we want to play a land. I guess we'll on Thin Ice, target here. Do that first so they don't get their Surveil trigger. And then add green-white, play a spinner. And, okay, we're off to a fine start. We definitely want to draw some action. We don't want to draw another land. We've seen, a fourth of our lands in our opening 9 cards. Skull turn from the opponent. Another Shredder. Fetching the Skull turn. Probably going to play a Unholy Heat or... No, not a Bolt. Okay, they're just playing a Dragon Range Chandler. Okay. So they're playing the DRC. Yeah, that Blood Moon's probably not very good against me. I'm taking mine out against them as well in the Sideboard games. Okay, Enchantress presence will definitely be good here. I guess we just play a Heath. Play the presence. And pass. Let's see. Opponent thing. Okay, expressive iteration. The Shredder, I'm a little worried about the Shredder getting out of control. I'd like to find a removal spell for it. And we can start making 4/4s and attacking, being a little aggressive. Like, we might be able to race them. Dragon Rage Chandler, number 2. Shredder's going to trigger. Okay, so if we didn't answer the Shredder, we'd be in a really good spot. They have another land, of course. Bolt. Yeah. Dang. Opponent's definitely doing their thing. Let's get bigger. Bolt. Okay. Yeah. It's not a good start for us. It started as a good start, but then opponent just started doing their thing. So we're going to 13. And just grab a Tomb Garden. Not shocking. Okay. Well, that Blood Moon doesn't do anything. Really. Like, it really just not great. I guess we go Solitary Confinement and hope to start top decking into some stuff. We need a hit pretty lucky off this Enchantress presence. Ooh, Sterling Growth's a good one. That's definitely a welcome one. Yeah. Grab a Plains because our Misty can grab the Forest. Sterling Grove. Yeah, this can trigger their Ledger, but we also get to draw a new fresh card and alright, so draw a card off the trigger Sythis. Okay. We're kind of doing it now. Like, we're actually doing surprisingly well now. We've turned this game around pretty well. We'll see what they have, though. So we'll discard the Misty, play Sythis, and then maybe play the Blood Moon if we need to. Opponent's looking at a lot of cards, but what we really want to see here is a way to give this another way to give our Enchantment Shroud and just complete the lock. And then Sythis is going to help us dig for more cards. And yeah, that was a pair of good top decks got us there. This game's not over, but a pair of really good top decks. So it's what we needed. Those have to attack, even though we're not taking damage. Solitary Confinement, heck of a card. Discard the Misty. Okay. Play Sythis. Draw a card off Enchantress Presence. Spinner, okay. I like where this is going. Play Spinner. Draw 2 cards, gain a life. They trigger their Shredder, but they have to draw and discard with that, so it's on a May. Even if they have the counter spell, yeah, they probably do. Okay. Ooh, another hit. Another hit. Now we wish we had a land here. If we get that Sterling Grove into play without them interacting with our first one, I think we're in a good spot. I think we're in a really good spot just regardless. Solitary Confinement. Man, this card's really good. When it works, guys. That's how I feel about this Enchantress deck. When it works, it works. If you just give it enough time, you know, it can do its thing. And I'm trying to think if there's any way Murktide interacts with a Sterling Grove game 1. And the answer is probably not. Probably not game 1. If they're playing like a Cryptic or something. But yeah, once we get the second Sterling Grove, so we're gonna bin the Blood Moon to our Solitary Confinement and play another Sterling Grove. And we might even play the Sythis and just not care about the legend rule just because it'll allow us to draw another card, 2 cards, and gain a life. Sweet. I'm a fan of this. Yep, they have to attack. Not taking any damage though. Alright. Bin Blood Moon. Play Sterling Grove. Ooh, Weaver, that's a good one. Alright. This might be the lock now. Cool. Opponent's going to concede. Alright, so game 1 looked like we were going to lose, and then we pulled it out. Okay, so I don't like Blood Moon in this matchup for pretty obvious reasons. Cards I'm considering. So let's start with cards that I'm considering. Not that. Considering the Seal Fires. I'm considering the Rest in Pieces. I'm considering the Safekeepings. And maybe even the Rune Halos. I think the first card we put in is Safekeeping. I think Banishing Light's kind of slow. So we can bring in like a Rest in Peace or a Seal Fire for that. We're going to also cut a Mana Bloom. So now we got to decide what we want to bring in. I kind of like bringing in Seal of Fires. They let us interact with their stuff and buy us time, but Rest in Peace is just like better overall against. Well, it just stops Murktide. They don't really play many flashback spells. Alright, we're going to bring in Seal of Fires. And I think that's fine. I think this matchup's not the best, but I think bringing in some amount of cards, bringing in some cards is nice. This hand's keepable. It's a little slow. And it's awkward that this doesn't fetch a white source. But it's definitely keepable. Dragon Rage Chandler. Alright, well. So we can choose to start with our... we don't have a turn 1 play, because this is the wrong fetch land for that. So we can choose to start with a Misty Rainforest, or just a tap Stomping Grounds. Just start with a Misty. Yeah. Hand's definitely slow, but you guys saw last game. We saw last game how fast this can turn around for us. Alright, pin that, play that. Target themselves. Attack for 1. So we have to fetch for a Temple Garden. Yep, you draw a card on my upkeep, that's fine. And now we just... do we want to just play the spinner? Playing Sythis just dies to like an Unholy Heat. But, yeah. Guess we just play the spinner. Okay, they don't have a counterspell. This also, I mean, yeah, it also makes their stuff uncounterable. Well, they have the bolt. It doesn't really matter which one I play. Alright. So 3 card types. I'm going to go to 5 cards in hand here. Our best draw would actually be just like a snow-covered land. That would just be an insane draw. Not insane, but a snow-covered land is what we want to see. Or a fetch to find a snow-covered land. Again, if this was Misty Rainforest was a Windswept Heath, we would have been in a much better spot. Okay, well, Bin Shredder with the Surveil. Bin Counterspell with the Surveil. With the Consider, and then draw a card off Consider. Alright, come on, land. That's... we want the right land here. Oh, is this a Murktide? Oh, it is a Murky Boy. Oh boy. Yeah, then we really want a way to get a snow land. Otherwise, we're just kind of dead. That's not going to do it. Play Sythis. Yeah. We, again, if we drew the right card there, we would just on thin iced the Murktide and played Sythis first and then did that. As it stands, we're just, yeah. Not in a good spot. Missing some lands and missing a land drop and having a clunky hand. But, I mean, the hand was keepable. There's no way I'm not keeping that hand. Okay, going to 9, so we'll go to 4, and then if we go draw the right card, we could potentially go to 1 next turn. Okay. Well, that's assuming this resolves. They might just have the counterspell and this won't matter. Okay. So we're going to 1 as it stands. And now we have to decide if we want to play our Tamiyo Safekeeping to go to 3. Or if we want to play it like a Sterling Grove. Yeah, I think we just hold the Safekeeping. I don't think playing a Sterling Grove does much. This also protects us against a Dash Ragavan in theory. Okay. But now we want to definitely fire it off. Should I go to 3 and they bolt us or counter it? We're just dead. Okay. Not sure why they're doing that. Oh, they're trying to see what card we're drawing. I'm not sure why they did that then, though, at that point. Alright, you got this one. Game 3. Round 1. Nothing would really change here. Matchup's not the best, but it's definitely winnable. Alright, this is another slow hand. But we're on the play. And it has the pieces to be good. So we're keeping it. I don't think we even need to fetch right away. Like, we might even not fetch on our first turn. Opponent might be taking a mulligan here, too. We'll see. Yeah, the game was a little rough. I think we played it right, though. Okay, opponent's on 6. Play Heath, and like we don't mind drawing lands here, so I don't think we even fetch end of turn necessarily. Monkey. Okay. Yeah. I don't think we're supposed to fetch. Cool. Now we can fetch for a basic plains, or snow-covered plains, sorry. And we'll just play out our spinner to block the monkey. They'll need bolt to get past it. And the next turn we can play we'll probably actually play our Sterling Grove to protect it. If they have the bolt, then, you know, that's bad for us, but that would have killed their Sythis too. Okay, they have the bolt. Looks like. Wait, oh, they're, okay, maybe not. They thought about using it. Block. They want to, what are they doing? Okay. Not sure what that was. Not sure why my opponent did that here. We'll see. Maybe they have a plan. I'm sure they have a plan, but we'll see what it is. Oh, they went on Holy Heat it? Okay. That is, I consider that a win. I consider that definitely a win. So we can just play one of our spells here. Kind of want to play the Sanctum Weaver, but also Sythis is pretty good. Let's play the Sanctum Weaver. Yeah, I'm okay with my opponent 2-for-1ing themselves there. I believe that's okay. The spinner's definitely good, but there's no way we don't block there. Alright, so they're close to casting a Murktide, potentially. Because it's 7, I believe. Dragon Ridge Chandler. Expressive Iteration, perhaps? No? Alright, so I think we were supposed to lead with the Abundant Grove. Draw a card off that. Cool. Play land for turn. And then I want to put my Play my Sterling Grove. Probably counter that. Okay, considering it. Okay. Spell Pierce? Lightning Bolt in response. Okay, so then we're definitely gonna float. We're gonna float 2 mana. I just got to determine what color. Okay, so we're gonna let the surveil happen first before we give them more information about what color we're floating. Alright, we want to float 2. I guess it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter, we'll just float 2 green. Okay. That's gonna happen, and this will happen. And now we gotta decide, do we want to play our Enchantress Presence, maybe? I think we do. I'm gonna grab another white, play Enchantress Presence. Start setting up a draw engine. We're close to having the Solitary Confinement be relevant this game. Shredder, okay. Okay. I think we're in a good spot. They'll probably make their Dragon Rage Handler a 3/3. Or not. Sweet. Okay, we're in a really good spot. 1 card in hand. My opponent has. Spinner. So I think we want to go Sythis into Spinner. Tap it the right way. Their Solitary Confinement's not great. Yeah, opponent only has 1 card in hand. Yeah, so. Another Sterling Road, that's a good one. And a land. Play a land. Alright. I think this one's close to being over. I think we're going to win this one. Expressive Iteration, yeah. If we can play another Sterling Grove, if our Sterling Grove, we get a second Sterling Grove and then a Solitary Confinement, we should be just good to go from there. But we'll see. Anything could happen. Fiery Islet. Okay, they might be trying to go for a Murktide and trying to raise those. Bobble. Okay, so the bobble. Yep. I mean, yeah, we're taking 8 here. But we're at 10. I think we have this one locked up. We'll see. They could have, no, they can't counterspell because they were Spinner. And our stuff has Shroud, so once we give everything Shroud with the second Sterling Grove, Solitary Confinement, draw a bunch of cards. That should be good. Oh. Opponents trying their darnest. They really are. It's admirable. It's admirable, whatever you want to call it. Alright, take 9 to 9, go to 9. And let's finish this one, guys. Sweet. Okay. So, start with the Sterling Grove. Yeah, this deck, when it works and it works really well. I go Solitary Confinement. Draw. They get their Shredder. Okay. Play land. His opponent, it's your go. All my stuff has Shroud. I have Shroud. I'm not going to take damage. I think this one's just about over. And we can even use our spinner to start making a large, just make 7/7s. The one thing we're really missing from this being completely over is we are missing a Weaver. Weaver would allow us to get a bunch of mana and kind of speed up the process of killing them. But, I mean, we have plenty of cards to discard. And, yeah, we'll see what they have. If they have, like, a Destroy All Enchantment card, then sure, that would be unfortunate. But I don't think really Murktide plays those. Oh, man. That's a problem. Just when I said I don't think it plays those, Engineer Explosives is gonna... Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna look at my sideboard here and see what we could do against that. I didn't expect them to have Engineer... Well, I know they'll play it sometimes, but I'm looking at the deck list here. Banishing Light? Did we board out our Banishing Light? I think we did. Eon 2, you say? That's going to make this game a lot more difficult. Wow. Really would have preferred you didn't play that card. Alright, so let's see what we can do. 7, 10, 11. Alright, so now the question becomes, is it worth stacking Sterling Grove? No, because we don't take a draw step unless we sacrifice our Solitary Confinement. Okay. 4. We can make one of these a 7 on Thin Ice, make an 8, 10, 11. We're just taking... Yeah. I'm just trying to do the math here. So if we're on Thin Ice, draw land, 11, 12. The good news is, like, our Solitary Confinement is still going to be intact, and so is their Enchantress presence. Yikes. That was quite unfortunate. We can... Alright, let's start on Thin Ice. It's possible... There's the Weaver. This will turn white, turn light. Get rid of the... So we get rid of the Shredder. We can... I think we're just mana short of doing what we want. I think we're supposed to actually get rid of the each non-land permanent value equal number 2. Okay. I think we're supposed to get rid of one of the Dragon Range Channelers then. Play land. We could activate, make an 8. And then attack with 8. We can also just play a Presence here and try to draw into something, although I don't think there's really anything we draw into that gets us out of this. Play a land. 3. Yeah. Man, that's tough. I guess we're taking... Okay. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, not fine, but... Make this an 8. I guess we just attack with everything. And then... Okay. We're definitely attacking with this. Is it worth throwing away one of our guys? I mean, we're going to still have the Solitary Confinement. No, it's just attack for 8. I guess yeah. Attack for 8. We'll still have the Solitary Confinement. And cards to discard. So I guess it's not completely over. It's just, this means that they have a way to interact with, like, more of our stuff. We're in trouble. And we get to Weaver. Like, I don't think it's completely over yet. We're definitely in trouble a little bit, but yeah. That was definitely a good draw for the opponent, a good play for the opponent, but doesn't deal with this on the surface. Okay. I almost wonder if my opponent should have done it on 3. Oh, they don't have 3 sunburst. Okay. That makes more sense. Alright, this is me a close one. Do we want to respond at all? Nope. You got it. We're going to discard this second confinement. Start building a Weaver. Oh, we should have played the Sythis first. Okay, I think this is actually going to work out fine for us. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Ooh, and a Safekeeping. Nice. Okay. That's going to get countered. That's unfortunate. So we basically are just missing a way to win the game now, I think. Is it worth one thin icing? I guess it is. Yeah, we're just missing... I wonder if I should run Emrakul. Get rid of one of the guys. Yeah, okay. I think we're okay, guys. I got a little dicey there for a second. I think maybe I was a little too nervous. We just gotta find a way to win the game at some point. Murktide? What's this? Fury. Well, the good news is we get to protect one of them. The question is, which one do we want to protect? I think we want to protect our Weaver. Alright, opponent's going to concede. So, thanks for watching round 1. Again, this is going to be an 8-round tournament, so I'll see you guys in round 2. Oops. See you in round 2, guys. Bye.